Just as they started pedaling, something caught Ethan's eye. He skidded to a stop, staring into the dense underbrush. "Max, do you see that?" he whispered, his voice trembling. Max followed his gaze and felt his blood turn to ice. Standing just beyond the trees was a figure, impossibly tall and unnaturally thin, with a face as pale as the moon. Its eyes were two black voids, empty and soulless, and its long, spindly arms hung at its sides, nearly touching the ground. The figure didn't move, but its presence was suffocating, filling the air with a cold, bone-deep dread. The boys were frozen in place, unable to tear their eyes away from the horrific sight. Then, without a sound, the figure took a slow, deliberate step toward them, its movements impossibly smooth. Panic seized the boys, and they turned, pedaling as fast as they could, their hearts pounding in their chests. The forest seemed to close in around them, the once familiar path now a disorienting maze of twisted trees and shadows. But no matter how fast they rode, the feeling of being watched, of something chasing them, never left. And then, in an instant, they were gone, disappearing into the darkness as if they had never been there at all. 1 week later, their bikes were found abandoned deep in the woods, but Max and Ethan were nowhere to be seen. When they were finally discovered, their bodies lay side by side in a small clearing, their faces frozen in expressions of sheer terror, their eyes wide open, staring into the empty sky. The townspeople whispered of a dark presence in the woods, something that had claimed the boys and left only fear and unanswered questions in its wake.